Hello guys and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Today I'm bringing you a various amount of replays in different tanks. Actually, all in French tanks I think, apart from one. During the recording of these, I was going through all my French and all my American tanks. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Good driving as always. Because I wanted to get the Patriot or the French one, whichever one that was, and I was trying to get the French one. Not because I thought it was a particularly good tank, just because I wanted to either get, in the future, get gold if I got it in the loot box, and just to add another tank to my collection, really. And, you know, and this is the reason for the title, just going through tanks I wanted to play, and it was just fun. I actually just had fun in the game, which is very nice. I was lucky shot there. I was going to just reload because I was down to one shot, but I thought, just pop over and see if I can get in a shot into that guy, and managed to set him on fire. Obviously, want to get rid of the light tanks because obviously I am a light tank, and that'll help our team a great deal. And this guy is looking my kind of general direction, kind of waiting for him to look somewhere else, and he does. And there we go. So yeah, I had two masteries, which I'll bring you in the future. So yeah, definitely want to watch those. They're very good games. And the one at the end of this is a worthy game for a mastery, but you'll see what happens in that at the end of this one, because it's a doozy. As you can see, we are in the AMX 13105, the tier 10 French light tank. Always enjoyed this tank. You know, it's got good vision, it's got good mobility, it's got good camo. The gun is very, very good. Obviously lacks a bit of punch, but is a free shot autoloader, and it's a light tank, so you can't be expecting it to be hitting too hard. Managed to feather that shot through there. Not going to be able to do it again, I don't think. But just trying to help this light tank. These guys are really pushing heavily here, trying to get rid of this light tank, and just driving towards our team for some reason. I actually do get another shot in, as he was just sitting there. But yeah, I mean, it's very risky play that, and it did not work out well for them. We are 3 tanks ahead, and I'm going to just keep pushing this corner. There's not many people here, but we've got a few TDs and the artillery at the back there, so we can still do some work. Spotting assisted here. Actually getting some damage in there as well. Like I said, this thing can put out damage. And go for the reload, and it's not the longest reload either. We're going to push this side maybe a little bit. Obviously the enemy team is crumbling, so we see a Death Star. We do not want to get hit by that. That thing is looking over in this direction, almost as if he knows that I'm pushing this flank. So we're going to play it very cautiously. Don't even want him to take a pot shot at me. So I'm not even firing at this point, just so I don't get spotted. I know there's other TDs at the back there, so, you know, me being a light tank just takes a couple of hits by tier 9s and tier 10 TDs to take me out. Wow, and with the Death Star, could take me out in one hit, so got to be very careful. Now, and again, he's kind of looking in this direction. I was thinking about tracking him, but there's not really anybody there to shoot him from this angle, so it would be a bit useless. But I am watching our TDs kind of push in on him, so they could get a shot at him from the rear. And now our teams are now equal as well, so we've got to be careful here. We are pushing the enemy, but we've got a good spread of the map, you know. Unfortunately, the Manticore gets taken out, and we take the pot shot there of the Death Star to take him out. So you can see we've got 4,000 combined damage, 3,000 direct damage. Have to be careful. The artillery is also having a look at in our direction. You're getting another nice bit of assisted right now. Of course, the killing shot bounces or hits the track. Putting some shots into the artillery because he was looking on in our direction, and their team has started to crumble a bit again, which is nice. Something is shooting us from over that angle, but we've got this medium here who's pushing now, so we're going to go in and support him. We don't really want him to die on his own, and as you can see, and he's just kind of sitting there. I'm not sure what he's doing there. Just put lovely shots into him. And another shot into that guy. He's on full health though. Maybe I should have prioritized the other guy. Put him down to a one shot for us. As you can see, we're putting in a full reload now. Do have to be careful a bit. As you can see, this tank is not very good for its ammo. We have only got 4 shots left of our normal rounds, APCR, and then we've got only 12 shots of heat. Trying to track this guy in place, doing damage as well. Unfortunately, he managed to repair, and now he's going to be looking in our direction, so that's not going to be fun. We don't want to be tackling him head on, because we will struggle to pen. We've got only 2 rounds of APCR. A little bit annoying, really. Don't think I noticed at this point. I've only had 2 shots left. Would have loaded full heat if I knew. And he's looking our direction. He's kind of out of luck, but he's got a good turning circle when he's in siege mode. So I don't really want to tackle him face on. So we're going to go around and get this TD here. And he's taking out the waffle. And of course he's looking in our direction. He gets taken out and we don't put any shots into him. So a bit annoying that. Didn't really come to anything. Of course, he seemed to turn as soon as he saw I was coming from that direction. Only 1 tank left. Are we going to get there before he dies? We've not received any damage this game, which is lucky. But that's kind of the general gist of what you should be doing in a light tank. Seeing if I can get just saw the edge of him there. Just want to try to see if I can get a shot off. Unless he pulls forward, I'm probably not going to get a shot on this guy. And he looks like he's falling back. And he's dead. So there we go. Close to 7,000 combined there. Pretty damn good game. Only come second. And it was only a second class. We've got high caliber as well, which is unusual for a light tank. Alright, next tank in again. Well, not again, but I mean it is a French tank. It's a Batchat. Quite a neglected tank. Not played very often. For a good reason. It's insanely long reload. It deserves a bit of a buff to its reload, I think, just to be a bit more competitive these days. Obviously, a bit of an assassin tank. If you can get in on someone and load all their shells into them, it's really devastating. But obviously, chances of that happening are quite slim, especially on this kind of map. You kind of need a big map for doing these kind of assassin plays. Obviously, you can peek and boom on this thing, turn around a corner, pump your shots into him, take 1 or 2 in a turn. But as we know, there are a lot of big guns in the game at the moment, so that is very dangerous. You don't want to be going out into enemy territory unless you know exactly what you're facing and where it is. Because obviously you could turn around a corner and there's a Turan or a Ruthless, and that's your game over pretty much. And there you go. Speaking of which, there is a Ruthless over there. So at the moment, we are actually not doing that much. As you can see, there's a Death Star and a Tyran just right next to us, just a second ago. So just very dangerous tanks for this little guy to be facing. As again, you can see, there is a bit of the old ammo issue. That being said, obviously the long reload kind of course, that first shot goes absolutely miles away from where I'm aiming. I wasn't completely fully aimed in, but I was pretty much almost fully aimed in, and that shot went flying in the opposite direction. So that's a little bit annoying. If this was a quicker reloading tank, I might even go for a reload, but obviously in this thing, not much point in reloading unless you got like 1 or 2 shots left. I go for a full reload because now, because I've just like, I'm not seeing anything, kind of got to wait for them to push. Now there's no one in the field. That is a bit of a problem for our team, but not much, to be honest. It gives them the edge if they push both frontally through this town and through the field, but being out in the open like that is pretty dangerous. I don't tend to go into the field in this game, on this map. I tend to I kind of like overlook it so I can spot anybody trying to sneak in. Don't know why I didn't do that at the beginning of the map, the match, but yeah, I'm correcting that mistake now. As you can see, our team is falling apart. I have not done anything the whole game. Yeah, my kind of mistake, but I think again, just so many big guns in the game at the moment, and just really, this guy's just sitting there. This guy deserves a good battering. I don't know. Don't know why that shot didn't actually go in. Server lag, guess maybe. And again, well, I'm not really sure the shot went. Put the last shot into him. Unfortunately, now I've got a 30-second reload. Trying to play my cards right. This guy's just going to come over by the looks of things. And of course, that shot hits. I'm not sure. And he gets himself taken out. I'm not really sure what he was thinking. Yeah, okay. I was reloading. You've got plenty of time to put some shots into me. Maybe even get a second reload in. But yeah, you've got to think that there's got to be tank destroyers and artillery sitting at the back base here to probably back me up. And yeah, maybe just presume they all pushed into the town. I don't know. But first encounter 1. As you can see, still not done that much work, right? But again, this is where it comes into itself. Now there's less people around. I can take the risks. This guy's, I'm just pumping him. But again, of course, on the move, I managed to get all his shots, one of his shots into me, and takes off most of my health out. And of course, artillery is going for me. Why would you not be going for the medium, super fast medium? Anyway, going for another full reload. Always such like a nervous moment when you've got over a 30-second reload. It's really insane. You can't do anything. You can't defend yourself. Your speed is the only thing you can rely on, but yeah, you can't rely on that too much. So we're now fully reloaded. You've got, unfortunately, all that's left on our team is now 2 artilleries and a TD. Just thinking, right, okay, we got to stay here really and help our artillery, because if I could push forwards. I could catch some of them in the town. Now, that doesn't really help me because I haven't got much health left. I can't bounce in the thing, But if I stay here and they push, they're pushing out into the open. The artillery can actually hit them. A TD can hit them. So that's my thinking right now. Just spot them up as they're pushing. And as you can see, he is pushing quite heavily there. I've got two people pushing. Unfortunately, this guy is really pushing. So we're going to try to take him out. And we do. Go for another reload. Artillery's out of the picture now. Our friendly TD is pretty much on full health. Now we have only got a TD and an artillery against us. So we should be able to do this, right? As long as I'm not too stupid. Because I cannot trust him to win this game. You can't trust your teammates to win the game. I mean, he could be a complete bot. He could be actually a very good player. But even if he is a very good player, he's gonna probably get out-spotted. He isn't a Death Star. Death Star hasn't got the best camo of a TD. And yeah, so you know he's gonna find it very hard to win the game on his own. So we're gonna just. As far as I can remember, I haven't seen this TD, so I'm expecting him to be camping at the back, and obviously the TD, the artillery, be doing the same. So, as you can see, we've got close to 3,500. Not the best score right now, but a decent game. So we are pushing the edge of the map here. Just poking up hills, trying to determine where this enemy TD is. Pretty much hoping he's not over on this hill, because I'm going to be quite exposed. I get spotted, which is quite unfortunate, and there he is getting spotted. Not sure why he isn't looking at me. Luckily, a Death Star hits him. Don't know why he didn't take a shot at me there, but that probably saved me the game. Luckily, we can finish him off. I go for a free reload because I want to be putting our full shots into this guy. 25 seconds, hoping the Death Star might get to him. Hoping the Death Star doesn't get actually to him, because I prefer to take him out myself. Death Star doesn't look like he's pushing. Looks like he's trying to get another shot. And I'm just waiting for that reload. It's kind of annoying. But we get quite a bit of assisted death with that from that Death Star. And we're going to push back in. Knowing that he's going to struggle to turn. If we catch him unawares, when we do, he's got 2 marks. So he could possibly be going to his 3rd mark here. He's going to be loaded. He misses that. It's all over. Yeah. So end up with actually good score there. Just over 6,000 combined. That ain't bad. We come first on the team. We've got best in game. You know. And there we go. Top of the team. Unfortunately, 2nd class. Not 1st class. But, you know, if in the right hands, in the right, a long game, this can be an absolutely devastating tank still. Just not many of those long games at the moment. As you can see, this was 10 minutes. That's very rare at this point in time. And next game is on the only American tank I'm using for these replays, and that's the M3 Lee. Now, terrible tank. We can all agree on that, I'm sure. Have not gone out in it for years and years. But why not? I was going through it and I was like, I haven't used this tank in a very long time. Let's try it out. Obviously, it is a tier 4, so we will be seeing bots, I'm sure. I'm not sure how many are in the game, but I definitely know there are some actual people on both teams, as there would be for tier 4. And we're pushing up here to see if anybody pushes over the hill. towards our team. Now, obviously, earning the tanks was you get more points the higher up on the scoreboard you are, and you get a bonus point for using an American or a French tank. So technically, if I wanted to get the tank super fast and in a super boring way, I could play just the tier 3s and 4s the whole time, because I'm obviously more likely to get top of the team in those games, because you're playing against bots and people who aren't particularly trying too hard. Just want to get through that, get that XP to get the next better tank. But obviously I didn't do that because that would be a bit boring. I can see they're mainly bots here, just kind of sat there. Someone is looking at me, but no one's really fired at me. We're trying to track them in place as well, get some bonus XP. Of course, bounced. He's looking at me now. Is he going to fire? No, he's turned to look at someone else. I'm just pumping out those shots. So 3 kills. Actually did get hit there twice. We've got 1,500. Now this guy is not a bot, because he's got the derp gun and he just smacked me for a massive amount of my health. There's only 4 enemy tanks left. Now this is the guy who kind of want to be. As you can see, we pumped out so many shots. We are now just using APCR. Now the thing is, he's got the derp gun, so his shell velocity is incredibly slow. So just kind of waiting for that opportunity to pop back out again, because I should be able to pump a shot into him. It would be a lot easier in a turreted tank, but I can actually pump a shot into him and pull back before his shell can get to me. Well, that was the theory anyway. As you can see, I'm just kind of waiting for him to get pushed by these 2 guys here. Looks like he's just actually going to be pushing now for some reason. I guess he knows he's dead. And managed to finish him off with that not fully aimed in shot there. So we've got 5 kills, almost 2,000. Now we're looking for the artillery. Could be over here. There he is. And he's kind of just sitting there. Doesn't quite realise until it's too late. 6 kills. Trying to get this light tank now, but probably expecting him to die before I get there. But as I can see, it moves pretty fast, this tank. I mean, that is one advantage it does have. It's quite fast. You can get in there fairly quickly. Adjust your tank to the situation. But yeah, as you can see, the artillery took him out because it was actually played by a player. As you can see, top of my team, over 2,000 damage, 6 kills. I only made a tiny bit of money because I was firing premium quite a bit there. And yeah, okay, the last game of this replay, and this is in the Foch tier 10 French TD. So I've come over to this kind of like the wooded area, usual TD spot, right? I kind of sit a little bit further back than a lot of the TDs in this area normally do. Just so I get that bit of extra camo. Always expecting some enemies to push. And there we go. There's a feathered that shot in there. Wasn't sure whether it's going to hit any dirt there. But yeah, managed to get our first shot of damage on the light tank. Hopefully that might make him a little bit more cautious. To give our team a little bit more of an advantage, but we'll see. Like I said, I'm using some of these tanks that I haven't used for years. Must admit, I haven't used this particular TD for a very long time. Forget, I actually really enjoy this tank. I mean, the fact that it's got... And then we get this tier 8 just sitting there. He's gone unspotted. So I thought he might sit there and pump all off. We fully hit every single shot. That seems, and that is unlikely. And that gains us 2,000 damage. And then kind of look at the map and go, all right, we've got a light tank, we've got a medium to tank, we've got a couple of DDs and the RT on this flank. It's not bad, but unfortunately, our medium and our light tanks just fully committed into the enemy. A bit of YOLO-y. Again, managed to hit that tiger shot. Take another speculative shot. Hope he's just hasn't repaired there. And yeah, pumping shots into these guys. Seeing if I can find any shots. Realise our light tank's gone. Pull back so we can stay unspotted. Oh, realise that guy could have got a shot into that guy. Now realise that we're pretty much exposed here. Our team is losing by 2. So I'm just like, GG, there's no one over this flank. This flank's just going to completely crumble, and then they can hit us from 2 sides. It's pretty much game over for our team. So I tried to pull back to the 899, because that's going to be the last section of the map that's going to be taken by the enemy. So we do pull back, and I'm just thinking I'm probably going to get spotted and shot in the side here. Just trying to pray that I don't get spotted. And we don't, right? We manage to get around. And as you can see, our team is absolutely crumbling. We're 3 down compared to the enemy. Our team is now just spread out over the 8-9 line, overexposing towards their base. Terrible idea when there's only 2, and there's literally no pressure on the other flank. And there you go, another standard B's gone. So we're 4 behind now, just not. And then we see this guy, he's over there. And then we get spotted, right? We're like, uh-oh, and then realise the Death Star's looking at the ship bar's looking at us. Luckily, he just splashes us, but he splashes us for a lot. Put majority of our shots into him. We do actually block 1,000 damage, and we pull back, right? We pull back, try to get unspotted and reload. We're only 4 behind now. Waiting, and we've got a tier 8 TD next to us, got an artillery, got a heavy and a TD, but they're kind of overextended over on that flank. Seeing if I can get that ship barn again. Can see shots coming from A1 and A2 kind of area, but they're on my I can't spot them up for some reason. And he does get spotted. I finish him off, and of course we get hit right in the side by a big gun, and we get targeted by artillery. There's 2 artillery, and there we go. Back in the game, but it's now 4-7. So we have gotten the lead down a bit, but and a charioteer there, just in pushing there and staying behind that building. Very clever. Trying to find a shot on him. There's a shot. We can see something. Just trying to find a shot. Hit his track. Don't actually take it off, but managed to finish him off there. Hit the brass. Track him. Another shot into him. Gets finished off. Me wearing a reload. That means we're... And it looks like the whole enemy team is pushing at this point. So it looks like I'm dead, right? So we got over 6,000 damage. A good game, right? A great game. But it doesn't finish here, guys. Anyway, before the end, video finishes, I'm going to ask you to give us a like if you did like it. Give it a subscribe if you can. And then I realised I haven't loaded a full shot here. And Ruthless finished that guy off. Put in an APCR now. Trying to stop getting artillery to death. And of course, does damage us, does hit our gunner. We're on 160 health. Basically, if anything looks in our general direction, we're dead. But we have got the better rounds in now. Slightly faster, better penetration. Ruthless is now dead by the Leopard 1. Leopard 1 is coming in pretty hot. I'm expecting the Yag Tiger probably to be supporting him. Would be the better move anyway. Just trying to get side shots into this guy. Get a first shot into him. Get a second shot into him. Artillery is looking on our general direction. All he needs to do is, and he does. We kill each other. Unfortunate, maybe he should have just wiggled a little bit. But as you can see, almost 9,000 combined damage, 8,000, just over 8,000 direct damage. My second highest direct damage in World War II. My first was, I think my highest was about 8.5 in my Super Conqueror. That was many moons ago. So yeah, great game. Just as you can see, unlikely to win it. Right, we've got a tier 8 TD on not his full amount of damage either. He's on 100 health and his gun's broken. Ain't no way he's pulling this off, unfortunately. He's got quite a bit of assisted, but he's got barely any damage, which is unfortunate. So yeah, not expecting this to go too well. But I was just checking to see if the Yag Tiger is actually playing, because I don't think I've seen him. But yeah, he is playing. And the driver's broken on this guy. It's not going to be good for this. I don't think he's got a good crew on it. He's going to get outspotted. Only artillery will be looking in this general direction. As soon as he's spotted up, the artillery is going to kill him. And he can't. Unless he loads full premium, he's probably not going to be able to do much to the Yag Tiger. Just a better tank. So yeah, and I was hoping, even though we lost the game, I was hoping that we would get getting a first or a mastery even in this losing game, because we've done so much damage. The guy hadn't even noticed the artillery's on that side. But yeah, pumps a shot into him. Don't know why he's pushing. The artillery behind him is pushing him. Yeah. And the TD's nowhere to be seen still. I don't know what he was doing. But a close defeat. But as you can see, we didn't even get a first class. We only got 3 kills, but 2 of those were tier 8, unfortunately, probably reduced our XP earning. Yeah, so real shame that was a loss, but them's the breaks, right? Anyway, bye guys.